Hello, welcome to today's GameStop technical analysis. Going to be going over GameStop on the one day time frame down to the 15-minute time frame. For those of you who watched yesterday, this is an update from my analysis yesterday. If there's any tickers that I don't go over today, please feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll check them out on Monday. Additionally, please feel free to like and subscribe. So GameStop today opening a little bit down, about 0.88% down so far today, opening above the 1 day 55. That's this green line right here. Let me remove some of my tools to make it clearer. So we can see that GameStop's been in a bit of consolidation since end of March, so almost a month now, and we can see pretty clearly that GameStop's been spending most of its time between this 1 day 55, which is this green line, and the 1 day 21, which is this yellow line. We can see earlier this week on Monday, we opened above the 1 day 21, closing below it, and slowly this week we've been selling down. And it looks like we're finding support on this green line, the 1 day 55. So ultimately, I do think this could potentially be a decent buy area. Yesterday, though, we were watching this 150 area as we're hoping that this area is strong support. We're actually a little bit below support. Sorry, excuse me. We're actually a little bit below support, which is coming in around 154. But I would say this area between 154 and 150, which is the 1 day 55, we do want to see GameStop find strong support here, as a break of this area would be pretty brutal. We additionally can see there's this bottom diagonal trend line that supported price action back in late March and then back 10 days ago. So this area right here, we can see we have this horizontal line at 154. We have the green line, this 1 day 55 at coming in at 146, and we have this bottom diagonal coming in at 143. So we do have a bunch of support here that I do hope and do expect to see price action supported on. But I would be careful to watch for if these things do break and we do see price action get below this 143 area or 144 area, that would be quite concerning. But for now, things are looking okay. Onto the 1 day oscillators, we are seeing RSI kind of flatten out here close to the midline. RSI giving a read of 48.86, which means it's just below the midline, but overall it kind of looks like we're just kind of flattening out here, so no really major signals on RSI. Stochastics doing kind of much of the same, just kind of flat, though they are in the bear control zone, which means they're below 40. So a little bit of weakness here on stochastics, but overall, both of the oscillators are flat, which to me says that there's probably not any major excitement coming for GameStop in the next few days, as usually the oscillators tend to set up before a big move up or down, and right now they kind of just are flatlining, which maybe just tells me GameStop's going to go into a bit of a consolidation period in the 140 to 150 range, which overall I don't think would be a bad thing. After a stock like GameStop does pump like it did back in January and February, it's very healthy for it to go through a period of consolidation where the stock just kind of finds its new fair value. So I do think this overall for the bulls is a good sign. The longer we kind of just consolidate here and stay in the 150s. So now down to the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what we're seeing here. So we are seeing price action reacting close to the 4-hour 100. We can see yesterday morning price action sold down to the 4-hour 100 where it ultimately found support. Then we actually sold down in the second half of the day below the 1 day 100, but actually ending the day right above it. And today it seems like we actually opened down and now are testing this 1 day 100. Right now, the 1 day 100 is coming in at 150.53 and price actions at 150.60. So we're just about 7 cents above the 1 day 100. I would look today to see do we close up or below this area, as it does seem like it's been kind of significant based on what we're seeing on yesterday's price action. The oscillators on the 4-hour, the RSI kind of flatlining like we saw on the 1 day time frame, but stochastics looking a little bit more bearish. So we have kind of neutral bearish outlook on the 4-hour oscillators, and we have support that we're potentially below. So not the best signal compared to what we were seeing yesterday. We really want to see this area hold. We really want to see price action stay above this area, this 4-hour 100 at 150.53. So I would watch for that. It does look like price action is now back up to 151, so we're now about 50 cents above that 4-hour 100, which is a decent sign. Now down to the 1-hour time frame. Let's take a look here. So the 1-hour time frame looks like we may have been getting a little bit of support off of this 1-hour 377. We do have a tap here yesterday afternoon, and today we opened down and looked to be getting bought up pretty quickly, which is a decent sign. Yesterday, we can see the last hour of the day did pump pretty nicely, and now we're coming back up to match that pump to kind of where yesterday closed around 151. 35. So it would be good to see price action get back over yesterday's close. Taking a look at the oscillators, we do have stochastics very low in the range, looking to cross back up. So this is a good sign in the lower time frames that we are finding support, that we do have oscillators crossing back up here. I would like to see RSI cross up as well, and actually it looks like it is. So we do have RSI coming back up here. So on the lower time frames, we are seeing some support come in, which is exactly what we want to see here at these levels. So I would like to see the hourly candle get back over yesterday's close. So on the lower time frames, this area specifically, this candle closing at 10:30 Eastern time, I would like to see a close over 150, 135. Now let's go down to the much lower time frames, the 15-minute time frame. Stochastics in a nice bullish posture, RSI in a nice bullish posture, and we can see the first 15-minute candle of today opening at 149 and right now currently at 152.02. So up basically about $3 already in the first 6 minutes of the trading day. So looking pretty good. I would like to see the 15-minute get over its 15-minute 21. We can actually see price action at this moment right now kind of getting rejected by it. I would like to see this candle close above, as that would be on the much lower time frames, the first bull signal. So overall on GameStop, um, things are kind of looking neutral to bearish, honestly, at the moment. As long as price action does stay above this 1-day 55, I do think overall things are okay, but we are very, very close to the edge of potentially breaking down, which is something that you should be aware of. With that said, this could, when price action's in areas like this, it's best to be patient to see, do we bounce off this area or do we sell down? On a daily today, I am not going to be actively looking to trade GameStop. I'll just be waiting for the move to become a little bit more apparent. Now on to some of the major indexes. We have SPY here. So to zoom in on SPY, let's actually take off some of these tools so it's a little bit clearer. So on the 1-day, I have to put it back. We have major horizontal support at 411. The last few days, we can see Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we've been bouncing off. Price action's been bouncing off this 411.61 quite a few times. Yesterday, price action, though we did sell down pretty brutally, we did ultimately find support on this area, so we didn't break any major supports, which overall just, is basically a bullish constructive price action. Testing major supports and bouncing off of them is kind of what you want to see anytime we have some sort of pump like this. Sort of like how I just said on GameStop, after GameStop went on a huge run, we do want to see it consolidate for some time before the next move up. That is exactly what we want to see if we are bullish on SPY, right? So we have a move of 6% over a 3 or 4 week period. Now we want to see it consolidate above major horizontal support for it to take its next move up. I would say as long as price action's above this 411 area, but even more so above the 1-day 21 at essentially 408 right now, I am pretty bullish still on SPY, as there's really no reason to be anything but bullish. We do have the oscillators potentially crossing back down. We have stochastics actually crossing down from the overbought area below the 80 marker. So this could be, typically, this is the beginning of a sell signal when you have stochastics cross down from the overbought area back into the bull control zone. But we will have to wait to see if any of these major supports break. Additionally, RSI is crossed down. We can see a rejection off of its major EMA on yesterday into today. But so far it's kind of flattening out and not too much of a bearish posture right now, into today. So the oscillators are looking a little bit neutral to maybe weak, but as long as price action stays above these major supports, there's really no reason to be anything but long. Now on to QQQ, which I think we're going to see much of the same. QQQ finding support right on this 335 area. We can see it tested on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Basically the same exact setup as SPY, right? We have a major pump over a few week period, and now we have the ETF consolidating, or QQQ consolidating close to all-time highs above major support. So just like SPY, same thought process. As long as we're above these major horizontal supports and more so above the 1-day 21, there's really no reason to be anything but bullish. The oscillators giving exactly the same read. We have them crossing down below from the overbought area, below the 80 extreme, which is typically a sell signal. And we have RSI kind of flattening out after rejection from its EMA earlier this week. So overall, across the board on a technical level, I would just be patient on GME and the major indexes, as it seems like the market's kind of figuring itself out right now. Are we consolidating at all-time highs? Are we about to enter a little bit of a pullback? It's too soon to say, but the market's certainly setting up. For something though, it could take a week, could take 2 weeks for that move to come. So for me myself, I will be patient today, waiting probably into today's close or even early next week to look for any new positions. Like I said, for those of you who want me to take a look at any other tickers, please feel free to put them in the comments and please like and subscribe. Have a great day, Wall Street Bets New.